And welcome to Familiar Faces. This episode is going to be very brief because it's sort of a response to the Critic's Captain N video. Not saying that it wasn't masterfully done, Critic, but I do want to point out that you got off easy. Or you might have to deal with today's character and his friends. That's right, it's Johnny Arcade from the Power Team. It's one thing to have a bad clone of a video game, but to have a bad clone of a bad cartoon is just out there. Backing up a bit, the Power Team was part of the show Video Power, which made up the Power Hour. Video Power is a game show where kids would play video games and run obstacles for prizes.
You ready to run?
Yeah.
You got one more automatic prize coming your way, and that's a Miracle Piano t-shirt, but right now we're going to take it to you, buddy. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's been going away as he takes his run today.
And the host of the show was Johnny Arcade, which I think was safe to say wasn't his real name. And even if you actually had parents that would give you that name, you're pretty much destined to work in the video game industry. Either that or Roman architecture. Now, the other half of the show featured an animated version of Johnny Arcade as he fought alongside a team of video game characters. Classics like Max Force. You know, Max Force. From the classic Narc game. Okay, well how about Koros? From the powerhouse franchise Wizards and Warriors. Okay, well you gotta know Tyrone from Arch Rivals, the Razzle Dazzle basketball game. No, well how about Quirk, the puzzle-solving tomato. And finally Bigfoot. Yes, the monster truck. Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen. All of a sudden, the chain-smoking robot, Geekus Freakus, and wood-wielding vampire hunter are looking pretty good about now, huh? But have you noticed something odd about these characters? That's right, they're all owned by Acclaim Games. Turns out Acclaim wanted some of that early 90s, funky, fresh cartoon publicity. Unfortunately, these characters weren't popular enough to make appearances on Captain N. And for a show that gave Bayou Billy an entire episode, that is saying something.
How do you do that? How do you get away with that?
Now, the Power Team does battle with Mr. Big from Narc by using cartridges to capture the baddies and send them back to Videoland, officially ripping off 2 franchises. Now, I would show you all this happening, but I can't find any footage of the show. All I have is this one clip, which I shall now show in its entirety.
You tripped a light beam. You saved my life. By the Book of Sindarin, I pledge that I shall repay this debt to you, if it takes.
Oh, man! You can begin repaying it by clamming up, Kuros.
Tyrone has a point. If Mr. Big hears us, he'll know our position.
Was it me, or did Max and Koros just get lost in each other's eyes for a second?
The Game Master.
And then when Tyrone interrupted, it looks like he was going to stab him.
Tyrone has a point.
But a cock block demands the swiftest of punishments.
And I have to ask, why is a basketball player even on the team? Why can't people get it through their heads that just because you play basketball doesn't make you a superhero?
You can't be no goddamn sheriff, Shaq. You can't even go undercover. Just, do you have any drugs? No, Shaq. You know that's your motherfucking ass.
So yeah, just imagine if you fell through a portal and you met these guys. Oh wow, I'm in Videoland, and look at all these great characters like... And...
Kevin, better not be playing that foolish game.
Well, not after today. But what actually sets us apart from Captain N is that the characters actually come to our world, as you can easily see in the opening of the show. By the way, I love Johnny's reaction of reclining back slightly. Usually when something pops out of the screen, video game nerds make a big deal about it.
You suck.
Here's something. Johnny's playing a Nintendo, right? But Quirk was only released on the Game Boy, so he can't possibly be jumping out of the screen. So the show's also a liar. I don't want to get into a cock-waving contest here, but you can find Captain N on the internet. Hell, there's a DVD set for it. But this is all the footage I can find of the Power Team. An opening, a promo, and a 40-second clip. This show is so bad, the internet has rejected it. Just think about that for a second. And that's Johnny Arcade. Playing with not enough power, if you ask me.
You know what? I'm happy.